waiting on the free people to come on in. Waiting on the free people to come on in. We have T. Wade with us on today. Dr. now author T. Wade Jones, Executive Director, 2 organizations, MDL, which stands for Modern Distinctive Ladies. And then she have Impurity Pearls. And then she has a daughter named Kennedy that owns a wax. She's a licensed esthetician. So you can go get your goddamn bikini wax. All that type of shit right there. But she is Wax Memphis, and where's she located at?
She's Salon Suites on Kirby and Winchester.
Kirby.
Hey, Kirsten. She checking in from Houston.
All right, hey,
Kirsten.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started today. You know, we haven't been on in a minute. I was gonna come on last week for my birthday edition, but I had a star on my ass, so I didn't want y'all to think I had got beat up or something. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in so much. Hey, Facebook, Instagram, how y'all doing? This is Table Talk, not Table Talk. I forgot we changed my name. It's T-Salt Lab and Raw, straight out of Memphis, Tennessee. Today's topic is episode 74. And it's called, hey, y'all know what it's called.
Cheating.
It's cheating.
Learn or talk.
Is it taught or learned? And then the part 2 is we're going to talk about women being submissive. Do you be submissive before you get married or after? And I also have a special guest that will be on maybe about 7:45 maybe. So I'm not going to tell you who she is, but she's going to be on about 7:45. Or she may come on earlier. But we do have Dr. T. Wade in the house. Tell me a little bit about. I've been knowing her for a mighty long time. So tell her, tell the audience what is it that you do.
So I'm T. Wade, aka Jehovah Thickness.
Hello.
I just recently published a book called Never Met a Stranger.
I have my signed copy.
So, Never Met a Stranger is about a woman who she jumps from relationship to relationship without closing, and she carries the baggage to each and every one of them. So, you know, she vows that, you know, no man can ever get the best of her until she meets this individual that brings her to her knees. So you have to purchase the book. Never Met a Stranger, and see who brings Alicia Renee to her knees. Never Met a Stranger. It's available on my site, Dr. Tavis Wade Jones, TABISWADEJONES.com, or you can get it from Amazon. If you can't wait, Amazon will ship it out Prime the next day. So that's it.
What's the character name?
Alicia Renee.
It's a lot of damn Alicia Renees out there, okay? Well, that was one of them, okay?
Right.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, we carry baggage, and we don't close relationships, and you know, in reality, all men are different, but sometimes we stereotype them. You know, we say all men are the same, all men are dogs, and you know, those kind of things. So when you go into a relationship with those stereotypes, you're going to get exactly what you pay for.
So why do you think we take baggage to a relationship? Men and women, because men take it too.
Because we don't heal. We don't heal from relationships. We don't give ourselves time to heal. So, you know, they say the best advice to give when you're in a relationship and you're ending is to go straight into another one, which is false, because you just repeat the same behavior, and so it repeats itself. So, you know, if you think all men are dogs, so when you get this nice man and his phone rings, you're gonna think automatically it's somebody, and you know, and then insecurity creeps in, and then therefore, you know, relationship ends, and then you go to the next one, you know. So it's crazy. We have to give ourselves time to heal before we're serious about relationships, and that's exactly what Alicia Renee has done. She actually says that no man can ever get the best of her.
Have you ever been Alicia Renee?
Absolutely, absolutely. I have been an Alicia Renee. There are parts of this book I have inserted myself in the book, although it's a fictional book. But I have inserted real life situations of things that I've dealt with, and I mixed it into the book. And so people that know me, they know exactly what's fiction and what's non-fiction.
Well, like I said, it's a lot of Alicia Renee's out there, okay? Still is.
That's right.
They goes in to different relationships, get out of one and get into another. You know, they said to get over someone is to get up on the next one, but like you said, it is taking baggage into their relationship. So you do have to heal yourself in order to be better for the next person. Because like you said, you might be a nice guy or a nice woman, or like you being cheated on, like what you're going to talk about today, or whatever the case may be, then you're going to bring that into their relationship. You'll never trust, especially if you have trust issues.
That's the hardest.
You'll never trust because you've been hurt and dogged.
And that insecurity is a whole nother demon.
But let me ask you a question. Do you think we all have insecurities at some point?
I think so. I think we all have insecurities, but I think that we all deal with them differently. Some are some you know exactly. You know, like if somebody doesn't like pretty women, you know, I get that all the time. You know, like you can't be this fine, and you don't, and you can't be friends with somebody just to be friends with them. But you know, in reality, you know, women are and men are insecure. So everybody has insecurities, but a lot of them are hidden, and it takes that person to bring them out. But it's all in how you deal with them.
Right.
You know, so with my insecurities,
how do you deal with your insecurities? I have insecurities too.
Well, I mean, I deal with it by doing affirmations. You know,
yeah.
I do self-affirmations.
Yeah, we talked about that on my show before.
I just, you know, I tell myself I'm the baddest thing walking, you know, and I am.
So do you put stuff on your mirrors like Mary Jane did?
I do. I put it in my note. I have a notebook.
Okay.
And so I have stickies, and I do affirmations daily. And I have to remind myself, you know, who I am and who I'm this woman that I'm becoming. And so sometimes when I'm feeling kind of, you know, sluggish, it could be a bad hair day, it could be, and then I have to remind myself, like, you know, hey, you still, can you touch my hair? I'm still the shit, you know, it's okay. I said, can I cuss?
Oh, yeah, you can curse it, hey, hell yeah, you can curse it. You just don't say mother effers and
That's right.
and stuff.
That's
but
right.
You can say hell, you can say bitch, oh, all that type of stuff. So yes, make sure y'all get the book.
Never Met a Stranger.
Never Met a Stranger. Her daughter Kennedy does waxes. Come on, does waxes. So go get your bikini wax and shave all that shit off your coochie.
Hello.
I'm just saying. So y'all, we do have a man in the building, but we're not gonna say his name. He don't want to come on camera, but we're gonna get his perspective.
He's gonna come on.
He gonna come on. So today's episode is 74. We're gonna talk about cheating. Is it a learned behavior or taught? And then we're gonna talk about being submissive. Do you be submissive before or after you get married? So what is your definition? So let me ask you this. So cheating, do you think it's a learned behavior or is it taught? Or it could be both?
Well, it definitely, cheating is definitely both. But like most behaviors, they're learned. I mean, when you learn
How to ride a bike.
you learn how to ride a bike. You learn how to tie your shoe. Someone, you know, teaches you how to do those things. We get taught a lot of those things by watching TV or social media. So, but most behaviors, it's learned. Absolutely.
It's learned. So you think it was learned by their ancestors? You know they said cheating started all the way back in the slavery days.
I'm pretty sure it, I mean.
So if your granddaddy was a hoe, you think you gonna be a hoe too?
Not people break generational curses. They
Yeah.
do. So
Definitely
you don't have to be who
Who your granddad?
yeah,
was,
who your
dad
or your
was.
parent. Yeah, you don't
Right.
have to be. You know, people break generation curses. You know, generational curses all the time.
They do.
So it's definitely a learned behavior. You know.
So someone said cheating is a selfish act.
Oh, absolutely. It is, James. It is definitely a selfish act because you're not putting
The other person's feelings.
You're not.
You're not thinking about the other person's feelings. And then, and we're not just talking about men cheating, because women, we cheat too, and we do it the best.
Black women don't cheat.
Yes, they do. They're the worst kind. But my thing is, I don't want it
That's
to
right.
seem like we're bashing men. It's not men.
Right. Anybody can cheat.
Yeah, women cheat. And I had posed a question the other day on my Facebook page. I asked, what's the age? Is it an age factor? And I had a lot of people that chimed in and said it's not age, it's personal. Some said you started at a younger age, so you what do you say? You started at a younger age, so you know how to do it. Or something at a younger age you get to know better. Or something said. And then one fool, no, I'm gonna say fool. One guy said it's not cheating if you have pussy and dick.
Cheating is. Let me give the definition
Please
of
give
cheating.
it to him. He said it ain't cheating. He said it's
Michael
not cheating.
Fry.
He said it's not cheating if you back pussy or dick. I said,
If you buying it, then you cheating yourself, so it is cheating.
No. Cheating is the definition of cheating is anything that your partner doesn't know about you. That's cheating.
That is.
That's the definition, and whether it's hiding clothes, you know, like sometimes women
okay.
we'll go buy clothes and put them
In the
in
trunk.
the trunk, and then wait till our man leave, and then they go, when you buy it? Oh, I've been had that.
Right.
That's cheating. So it doesn't have to always be
A
relationship, but the definition of cheating, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, cheating is anything your partner doesn't know about you.
Okay.
That's cheating.
Okay. So you say it can be both learned or taught.
Absolutely. But you know, like I said, most behaviors they're learned.
So do you think most men that are narcissists cheat? You know, narcissist men, they something else themselves.
You know,
It can be narcissist women too.
I'm glad you said that, but that's partially of what Never Met a Stranger is about. You know, I became obsessed with narcissism,
Oh.
and
You was a narcissist?
I was not.
Okay.
No, I started researching it.
Okay.
So you have to read Never Met a Stranger. I became so obsessed with it that I wrote about it. And yes, narcissistic people, yeah, they cheat because it's all about them. It's no feelings involved for the other party or the other parties. It's all about them, and it's all about self-fulfilling. And I mean, yeah, narcissist people, they're the main ones because it's like it's ego-driven. You know that.
Right.
It's ego-driven.
Right. Yeah, because you know they say men have egos.
That's what I'm not.
Okay, so what did someone say?
T. Fundra said, my Siamese twin said, that's lying, not cheating.
Oh, really?
What's lying? Anything your partner doesn't know?
It's lying.
That's lying and cheating. You're still cheating because you know, as far as a relationship goes, you have to be upfront. And it's up to that person whether
if
they'll deal with it or not. And most of the times you will be surprised if you tell somebody, hey, this is what it is.
Right.
And you know, and I think it's the fear of them pulling away from you is the reason why they don't tell you all those things.
Right.
So that's cheating. It's not lying, that's cheating.
Right.
T. Fondren, come on now.
I think cheating is it's solely based off your, I don't want to say reactions, but basically it's like a adrenaline. You may see, you see a fine girl or a fine guy walk down the street. Not saying that you're gonna go and approach that person, you're gonna cheat with them, but your first thought is like, damn, I wonder can she screw, or I wonder can he screw, I wonder how her head game is, I wonder how his head game is, and then see. And you thinking about those things doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go out and do the things, but I mean, it's just like sexting.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship with somebody, you should be texting nobody else.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't be. That's a form of cheating too.
Whether you're married or single, it
Married
doesn't
or
matter.
single. But somebody said if you're not
Yeah.
married, you're single, and you can do what you want to do.
Well, I mean,
If you get this nigga,
but
baby, together.
if it's in a sense, yes, you are single. You know, according to Uncle Sam, yeah, you are. But if you have that kind of attitude, then you might as well not deal with anybody.
Right.
Or then why cheat? Then because you can just lay it all down like, hey, I'm dating this person, this person, this person,
and let that person
and let
cheat.
that be. Then you don't have to lie or anything to it.
Yeah,
So
but
why you lying?
Yeah, but at
Because
our
you
age,
know you're in a relationship
but
with
at
them.
our age, nobody want to
Cheating is cheating the other person out of the truth. Okay, I got you.
He said, what did he say? Not exactly.
Not exactly. Once you lay your card on the table, it's not cheating.
And you know what? It's easy.
Absolutely, that's what we're saying.
Right.
That's why you should lay your cards on
You
the table.
should.
I said, James, that anything your partner doesn't know. So if you laying the cards on the table, they know. So I said that.
It's easier said than done.
Right.
Most women our age, you can't tell us you got 5 girlfriends. Nobody want, no.
They don't want to deal with
I'm not
that.
gonna do that. Maybe back when I was 20-some years or something. I'm 49. How old am I? 49?
Right.
Nah. If you gonna have
Absolutely.
3, 4, 5 girlfriends and deal with me, just don't deal with me because it's gonna be a problem. And somebody's gonna come up short and they gonna be
Right. Women cheat with
Women cheat,
emotion.
we do.
It's emotional.
And men cheat below the waist and not
Below the
above
waist. Absolutely, they do. You know, it's if a woman cheats, which I don't condone, but it happens. If a woman cheats, then pretty much she's probably pretty much checked out of the relationship.
Or not just
Checked
checked
out.
out, or maybe they're not getting something at home.
That would be checking out because
So you still be in a relationship and not check out, but it's not gonna be the same. And then they say
it's a one-way relationship.
it's a one-way relationship, but sometimes it's a two-way relationship because
If both of them cheat.
both of them cheating. But my thing is, just don't be in a relationship if you're not gonna be faithful. Just don't do it. What you saying?
Yeah, most men his age can handle one woman.
Well,
Okay.
you had to grow into that because I bet you in your 20s, I bet you was a. I ain't gonna say that.
Have you always been faithful, James?
No. I got a lot of
Cheating
comments.
is any behavior behind your mate's back. Absolutely, Wendy,
Right.
that's it.
Right.
Anything your partner doesn't know, there you go. Thank you.
Right.
That's not to be done in their presence. Thank you. That's exactly what I said.
Vicky says 60% are caught cheating. The other 40% is praying. Show me someone who doesn't cheat. I'll show you a dog who doesn't bark. Oh wow. Okay then. She said go ahead.
So here's the thing, and that goes back to my book because you can't carry that baggage into black men don't cheat. Okay. So here's the thing, you know, with that, you can't carry, I'll say for me, in my past relationships, I'm good all in until I see different, if that makes sense. When I see different, that totally changes the game of the relationship. So I don't go into a relationship thinking everybody's the same, like all men cheat, or all men don't do this, or all men. I don't go into a relationship stereotypically like that, because in that case, then I just wouldn't deal with anybody if that was the case,
right.
You know.
So how do you know if you're
You said I'm bar.
how would you know if your man is? I'm not gonna say cheating, but maybe seeking other people or women too, or your mate. I think the pattern changes.
I was just about to say that. I'm very observant, so I know when, and women know, they know when the energy is off. When that energy is off, especially if you're a routine type person and you're a routine and you do this like clockwork, and sometimes when things are out of whack, we know, we have that feeling regardless if we want, and that's with the man too. Even we don't want to admit it, but I mean that happens. That's what happened to me. You know, I watched for signs, and when I knew that the energy was off and something wasn't right, I did my own little investigation.
So why not? Yeah, but okay, but if the energy was off and and you feel some type of way, why not talk to your mate and communicate?
So here's the
come
thing.
to one conclusion or solution.
That's a good question. So it did happen. So, but most of the time, when you're in a situation and you feel that the energy is off, if a woman don't come to you or a man doesn't come to you with facts, you're not gonna just spill out your guts and go, oh my God, I've been cheating on you. That doesn't happen.
So a lot of people wait to tap you on your shoulder, basically.
You gotta know your man and you gotta know your woman. And so if something is off and something is not right, hey. Not saying all the time that they're cheating, but something is not right. Something is holding their attention. It could be work is getting the best of them, or a family member, or they're going through something. Right. So that's why, like you said, it's always good to communicate, have that open line of communication. I always say that communication is the best form of chemistry. It is.
Yeah, but black couples don't communicate.
Some of them do.
Some of them don't.
Right. Some of them don't. But I have seen couples that just talk their way out of it. Not saying that they're perfect, but they talk themselves through a difficult situation. I mean, so I can't say all.
Go ahead.
I can't say like it's everybody. It's not every situation. It's totally different. It's totally different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get to the questions. We have a lot of answers and questions. Instagram said no, my have always been in her to cheat. Boy. Women don't just cheat. It takes a lot for a woman to cheat. Okay? Well, we're not gonna just go out and cheat with Tom, Joe, and Blow. It takes a lot for a woman.
It's an emotional. I will say that it's an emotional thing. But I will say that I mean you just have to communicate, regardless if they're gonna
get mad or something.
If they're gonna get mad or what. But there are a lot of times I know, like I have a lot of male friends, and they talk to me about their relationship.
Oh, do they? Okay.
They do.
You know you Dr. T.
Right, and they do. And there's a lot of times like where women will start doing something, and then in a relationship they go, oh, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that no more. And I'm not until.
Yeah, but you did it together.
Absolutely. And so then they go, well, if I go outside, well, I don't care what you do. And then when they go outside, there's a problem.
But you just told them.
You just told them to do it.
Just stay in the hall pass. So we do have a man in here. So what is your intake on if the cheating learn or taught? What is your intake on that? We're gonna get to the questions in a minute, y'all.
I think it's mostly learned, but sometimes it can be taught.
When you say taught, what you mean taught?
I don't think it's either. I think it's just you have some people sometimes that may not have been taught how to cheat, or they probably never learned how to cheat, but in this particular moment when they're given an opportunity, they act off impulse.
Oh, can you talk up a little bit?
So, can y'all hear him?
Can y'all hear him?
Can y'all hear him? We have a male perspective.
Can y'all give us a thumbs up if y'all can hear him?
Yeah, thumbs up
if y'all can hear him.
Thumbs down.
Okay. She can't hear you.
I'm saying that sometimes cheating can be learned, sometimes it can be taught, and sometimes it's neither. Sometimes it's when a person is presented with an opportunity, it's an action of impulse. They act out of impulse. So they may not have ever cheated in their life.
Absolutely.
But that opportunity comes along and, And,
what opportunity?
Well, let's say you're sitting somewhere and you may meet a person that interests you. And it all starts in the mind first. When you see a person and they're attractive or whatnot, and they come over and talk to you, then that's the second step. And then all of a sudden, there you go. That's the impulse part of it. And they may not have ever even cheated before in their life, but they just see this one person that they're attracted to, and when that person starts the conversation, it's over.
Yeah, but you can stop it. Yeah, but you can stop it at some point, though. Especially if you got a woman and say, okay, it's nice talking to you. You're gonna exchange phone numbers.
When you're acting off impulse, that's neither taught or learned. Impulse is just at the spur of the moment.
That's right.
So, you know, it's 3 ways you can cheat at.
Absolutely.
So that means, so what you're saying is, if a man or woman meets someone at the bar, just say you're at the bar by yourself or whatever, meet someone, and on impulse, that means y'all go screw in the bathroom.
That's a possibility.
Oh!
That has happened before.
I have friends that happened.
That has happened before. And, I mean, it's sad, but that has happened.
To you or just in general?
It never happened to me.
It never happened to me either.
Yeah, man,
See, I believe. I believe it.
That never happened to me.
Okay. So cheating is based on impulse. Okay.
But it's a choice.
It is a choice.
It's an impulse, but it leads down to a choice, just like you said.
Stop
It's a choice.
if you want to. Everything
And that's a choice.
if you want to or not. You know, like I said, it is a choice.
Hey, Michelle.
Just because you see a person that's attractive to you, and they may have good conversation, but that doesn't mean you have to act on it.
You don't.
You know, so you got some people that will and some people that won't.
Right.
I agree.
Just a matter of who that person is.
Right.
And who you are.
Okay, let's go ahead and get to these questions. Sorry, you got a lot of questions.
I do. Okay, Sean says that he disagrees. He said cheating is an observed behavior because society has tolerated it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me scroll down.
Let me do another one. She said, "Shit, a lot older women deal with that shit too." You right? Please.
Cheating is a choice.
She said, "Please don't cheat on me."
Okay, James says that cheating is a choice. I don't care what your daddy did. You have a choice with the information in today's world. Absolutely, it is a choice. Like you said, it's a choice, but it starts with the impulse first. So I agree with him on that.
Right.
But it's a decision that you know you make whether you're going to take the bait or not.
Right. So you think it's a bait?
It's a bait. You know. In my relationship, this is how I think. Like it's like old yellow. You know, like with the guy. You know, you can bark, which means like if you see a pretty lady, that's human nature. You're gonna be attracted because they're attractive.
Right.
But like old yellow, you can bark, but you better not get off that porch. You better not bite. Amen. There you go.
Someone said older women will accept a man having other women, not the older and younger women.
No,
they
it's
will.
age.
I mean, but why do you think women? Why do you think? Because men are not just. Well, you got some men that will accept another man, but mostly women will accept a man that has multiple women. Why is it? Is that low self-esteem or something? What is it? What is it?
Oh, it's definitely
Is it low self-esteem?
it's low self-esteem, right?
Cause I ain't no damn. No. I don't.
It's low. It's low
It's low
self-esteem.
self-esteem, but why would it be low self?
Or lower, because people that cheat, you know, they think they got high self-esteem, or they fine, or they too, you know, whatever. So it's lower.
Yeah, but I mean, men with a lot of women, you gonna be broke as hell unless you got one woman that don't care about no money. I mean, even though money's not a factor, but if a man dates a lot of women, you gonna be broke, and how you gonna screw all of them? That mean you gonna be. I just don't understand. Hey, to each his own. We're not, like I said, we're not bashing men because women cheat or women either. But I'm just saying, you have multiple partners.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all fitting the time in and going out to eat or whatever? I mean, if you got a home-based asshole or something, don't want to go over there. I don't know. I mean, how y'all fitting the time in to date these multiple people and do? I mean,
You'll be surprised.
I mean, I know it can be done. I know it can be done, but shit, I hate it.
But going back, in my opinion, to that lower self-esteem, I mean, when you get a woman or a man that accepts a person that cheats on them, they feel like they can't get anyone better, or there's nothing out there for them.
Okay.
So they have to settle for that because they feel like they can't do better than that person that cheats on them.
Settling.
Ladies, they be taking by.
Oh, wow. It's called settling.
You settle instead of, and the thing about it is, there's always somebody out there for everybody.
Right.
But when you get that person that settles, they don't want to look for that person that's out there for them. They'd rather settle.
Come on, right here. Yeah, no.
They'd rather settle for the person that's cheating on them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's just like when a woman is dealing with a man that's violent. So
right.
she feels like, I mean, she may have been with him forever, you know, but she
right.
feels like that's all she knows. So instead of leaving him and going out there and getting something better, she'll deal with what she's dealing with, whether that be cheating.
That's her comfort zone, right?
Or, or physical or verbal abuse. You know, sometimes
Correct.
it's out there. You know, so.
Correct.
But, you know, that's what you get when you settle instead of actually finding the person that's for you.
Right.
And there's a lot of people in relationships now because they settle instead of finding the person that was for them.
Oh,
I would say at least 50% of
right.
couples settle.
50%?
I would say that easily. 50% of, they settle.
Okay, why do you think that's because they up in age?
It doesn't have anything to do with age. You think it's more? You think the numbers are more than that?
Yeah, because, you know, you have a lot of situations or relationships where, you know, you got all kind of stuff going on where people just sell it and they just content with what they know.
Right.
So they decide instead of just trying to go out there and find that person, they feel like that person that's out there that's really for them doesn't exist.
Right.
So they settle for the person that they with.
And the bullshit.
And all that.
But that's why communication is so important.
Right.
Because
you never establish anything from the get-go. Sometimes people meet each other and they don't even talk about a relationship.
Absolutely.
And they just carry on doing what they do.
Normal life.
And then assumptions are made.
Mm-hmm.
And once those assumptions get made, then later on down the line,
we go together.
It's stupidity. You see what I'm saying?
You're right. Instead of saying, okay, this is what it is, and this is what it is. But like he said, it's called settling. I like that word more than low self-esteem.
Yeah, we do.
So we women find ourselves settling more than men.
Now you got some men out there that settle too.
Why though? Because y'all got choices.
No,
I mean, even though we have choices too.
Every man doesn't have a choice.
Somebody tell me that saying about women marry who they can and men marry or something. What's that saying?
No, Abel said boys do what they want, men do what they boys do what they can, men do what they want. Something like that.
No, it's something about marrying. Does anybody know? It's like women marry something and then men marry who they want or something. Does anybody have that?
Yeah, please.
No, that it's a and it makes sense though. But
Michelle, what's your take on it? We have my special guest in the house, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Hello, can you all hear me?
Yeah, like we can't hear you. Yeah.
Ladies, can you hear me?
We're trying to cut her up. We have another special guest, Michelle.
Go ahead, Michelle. I'm trying to cut it up.
Michelle is
Good afternoon. How you all doing?
Go ahead.
Okay. Hello. Can you all hear me now?
On here.
Yes. Well, we're gonna get back to the comments. Go ahead, Michelle.
First off, thank you for having me, Tiff. Hello to your special guest. I think there are no wrong answers here. To each his own. But one crucial thing, and when I say this, I think your guest. Are you an author? I'm sorry, I came in kind of late.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am. She said it best, but it's all about your vibration.
Right.
I teach on vibration a lot because that's something that I truly believe in. It kind of goes back to the I think, therefore I am concept. Most people who think that they're not worthy of the best or what they truly deserve, that's truly what they're going to get. Because your thought is really your profit. You get what I'm saying? Whatever you think that you deserve or what you're not worthy, unworthy of, then it has to come into fruition. It has to be manifest because in a sense, and I know this is going to sound a little crazy, that is that person's soul desire.
Mm-hmm.
That is the desire of the person. I thought that I wasn't worthy because of past circumstances and past instances. I am a survivor of rape, molestation from childhood. So I didn't know anything about protection. So in my adolescent years, late adolescence, early 20s, and in that era, I really didn't know my self-worth. I married the first person who said that he would protect me from anything bad. And I thought, hey, well, this must be the guy, because this is the first person I heard that said, you can't hear me?
They can't,
Can you?
my audience can't hear you.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Because this is the first person who said that he can protect me. So I thought I was only worthy of that one person. So there are different factors when it comes to taking on a partner or cheating. It has a lot of things to do with it. It comes to the narcissistic, comes to the ego. Some people do just settle because, you know, in our community, brothers are gone. They're, you know, it's like the last of the Mohican. I mean, they really, it's like what, 1 to 32 now. So, in that ratio. So there are a lot of different, you know, factors involved. I don't think there are any wrong answers at this point.
Okay. Good answer. So we're gonna go ahead and answer some questions on here. T Wayne got a whole lot of questions that really they are chiming in. I have a lot too, so we're gonna go ahead and let her answer some.
Okay.
Just answer some selected ones. What ones you think would
Okay,
be.
Sean said men marry who they want, women marry who they can, if they can. Okay.
So when you say men marry who they want, well, you know, a man, I've always been told that a man know who his wife gonna be when he first meets that woman. Is that true?
Is that true?
Is that true, man?
Does a man know his wife when he
meets them?
It is true. Like
it is.
No, you know what? No, when I lived in Vegas, this man at church, he walked up to me and said, God told me you were my wife. And I was like, God didn't tell you that because I'm already married. So, you know, so God ain't told you that. Right. So, nah, I mean.
What they mean by it, in my opinion, like when a man, and he meets a woman, and this is how I feel. When a man meets a woman, and you know, it doesn't take long, you know, for them to know whether they want to marry that woman or not.
Right.
Not maybe when they first meet her at first sight.
Right, exactly.
But, you know, after dating that woman a few times, and that may be a month.
The characteristics and the qualities that she shared,
Right. They don't, you know, when you know a woman's for you as a man, you know, it doesn't take long for you to figure it out.
Okay,
but
so.
You're not going to want to marry her at the first sight of seeing her, is what I'm saying.
John, look, there you go. Just like you said, he knows once he gets to know her. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, J-Love. No, I'm not going to pass over your statement.
Jennifer said single men cheat because they are not emotionally invested in their person. They're in it for the sex only. Vika said that the sad part is when they are caught cheating, how many of us truly walk away? Not a lot of us.
Not a lot.
Why don't we walk away?
Women,
because
they're complacent. I mean, they're complacent.
Yeah.
They're content.
Yeah.
Right, they're content.
Yeah. Or they've been together a long time. They've been together 30 years. Hey, this is my thing. If you cheat on me,
they wait on the kids to graduate.
That's the lamest shit I've ever heard. They say that, especially the married men when they have side pieces. I'm waiting on Coco. She graduate next year, then I'm gonna leave. And Coco graduate, you still be stuck there waiting on him to leave.
But some of them do leave. They wait to the kids.
Some of them do.
If you read my book,
what's the percentage of the men leaving?
What happens to Alicia Renee's mom and dad?
What's the percentage of most men leaving when they say when Coco turned 18 leave? What's the percentage out of 100?
It's probably a small percent. I'm not for sure.
It ain't no 80.
No, it's not 80. No, it's not. But that's probably what they tell the other woman.
Yeah, to keep them around.
But then
it's about 30%.
Then she wakes up.
Maybe 20%. Some of them wake up, some of them don't.
Yeah.
But hey, true. Like I said, we're not bashing about the each his own. Hey, what you like it, I love it.
There are no consequences. And that's why we continue to do so. That's what James Christopher said. If there are no consequences, then we keep going.
Okay.
And cheating.
So like I said, when I posed the question that what's the age factor? So the men, cheating when they get a certain age. Some men will stop cheating when they get the
When they get ED, when they things stop working, that's when they stop cheating.
When they start taking their blood pressure.
Well, that's why she needs to buy this. That's why she needs to buy this.
And what age do a man stop cheating? When they get ED?
When they some say when he died, some say when they stop taking their blood pressure medicine. And
blood pressure medicine.
And blood pressure do something to their erectiles. I don't know what it is.
Green.
So you say it's what?
Arthur is Waisha said that she believes it's greed. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, T.
Charmaine said
we're gonna bring you on.
Yes, Charmaine said that's just not true. Nowadays women cheat just for the thrill too. Now they do.
They said women cheat for the thrill.
Now they do. It's a lack of respect for the other woman.
Yeah, it is.
Especially you the side chick. We're gonna talk about side bitches next week. Charmaine said different factors go into accepting when your partner cheats. Sometimes it's financial, sometimes it's low self-esteem, sometimes it's fear of leaving your comfort zone, and many more. Women marry for security, men marry for love. Okay, then.
So there you go. That's it.
I like that, Miriam.
Right.
I like that. Okay, I like that. Women marry for security. Women marry. What's it say? Women marry for security. Men marry for love. Shit, all men don't marry for love.
So
they don't.
I like that.
Women cheat.
I like that comment.
To get their lick back.
Women marry for security. Men marry for love. So
that's what someone just. That being
said, does that mean that? When you marry for security, do you still love that man, or you just with it for the security?
Just there for security.
I think
some people get just for the financial.
For the financial, because it's just like athletes, right? It'd be some of the ugliest.
Yeah, the prettiest women like me.
The ugliest guys, right? And they're gone all the time. They never home, and they got other families,
right.
But they still stay.
What do you think
because of money.
Got a big ass house and cars and Ferrari. Yeah, that's material.
Right. They say it's material. So, but if you think that materialistic things equal happiness, it doesn't. But a lot of people they do. They, when they say I'm blessed, it's like, oh, because I got a new car, but not anything that has to do with their inner being. It's always financial. It's always tangible things.
Right. Sometimes, and what I've observed, like when I'm out just hanging out, and this is me, when I'm out just hanging out at a bar or a club or whatever the case may be, I'm an observant person. Okay, so I'm not trying to be nosy, but when I sit at the bar and I notice when women walk in the bar, they don't have no purse or nothing like that, no money on them at all. And then they come sit at the bar, and then a guy comes, and he meets that woman.
Okay.
And he buys drinks all night. Baby, I can do this for you, I can do that for you. Telling her what he can do.
Okay.
And then let's say they actually meet and get into a relationship, and then they get married. Then later on down, it's going to be a problem because he sold her that dream of, he can do this for her, he can do that for her, he buying all these drinks or whatever. And now that they're married, he's realizing that, man, that ain't what he wants because now he's constantly doing all this stuff and he's getting tired of it, but that's what you led off with.
Right, take her.
Yeah. So I think, I think men need to stop doing that. You need to stop selling on what you can do for them when you first meet them. Just have a regular conversation, but stop talking about, girl, I'll buy this for you, I'll buy that for you. Because when she actually take you up on that,
that's what she's gonna fall in love with.
That's what she's gonna fall in love with, what you can do for her.
Absolutely.
And not with you as a man. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I think that's the problem. So when she said women marry for security, men marry for love. Well, that man saw that dream of what he can do for her to reel her in. And now he got in and she's still on that what he can do for her.
Right.
and he actually loved her, and that shit ain't gonna work.
Go ahead,
The
Mr.
story,
The
the story of your life. Okay, James. Okay, gotcha. My Siamese twin. Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna read a story.
Yeah, I got a lot of comments. Okay, Kevin Lucky in Nashville said it ain't greed. It's just like you're having plenty of food at home, but you choose to eat at a restaurant. Okay. I like that.
Okay.
Robert said truthfulness.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Waisha Audrey said if men marry for love, why do they cheat?
Look at the man.
We both look at him. Right.
I mean, you can love what you got at home, but at the same time, love was out in the street too. I guess I don't know, but I can't answer that question. Is it really love?
You said it's correct, but it's not Mr. White.
Yeah.
Okay.
My thing, just don't cheat, nigga. How about that? You gonna get your balls cut off on your plate. It's gonna be like Bobby Lewinsky around this moment. Listen, y'all, my special guest, in order for y'all to see what she's doing, you have to go on my page.
Yeah, go on her page.
Thomas is gonna
share it.
Yeah, can you share it?
What I need to do.
Hell, I don't know.
The special guest, yeah.
Yeah, my special guest, y'all, in order to see what she's doing, you have to go on my page. My page is T-Salt Live and Raw.
Yeah, T-Salt Live and Raw.
T-S-A-L-T Live and Live, L-I-V-E-N, the letter N and Raw. That's the only way you maybe see what my special guest has for us. So maybe what she's gonna show y'all, maybe y'all won't cheat.
Okay, we said men cheat because they put themselves in that position. Because it's a choice. Absolutely, it's a choice. It's a decision that's made. And women too, it's a decision.
It is a decision.
Whether it's an easy decision or a hard decision, we humans still make the choice of if we want to do right or if we want to do wrong.
This damn James saying I'm nosy, so I'll bite. Sit down. So y'all, we're gonna our second part.
Okay.
Make sure y'all go on my page, T-Salt Live and Raw, to see my special guest. She gonna let her do her thing at the end of the show. But the second part of our show is called Being Submissive.
Being submissive.
So men and women can be submissive, but no, the biblical days they say women should obey. I'm not obeying nothing. But to a certain extent, now it just all depends on what. It just all depends on what the situation. I'm not a dog. I'm not your maid. I'm not none of that. We're gonna come together as one, and we're gonna make this shit happen. So being submissive is. So what is your definition? Because everybody has a different definition of being submissive. So what is your definition of being submissive? Because it can be different things.
See, when people think of being submissive, they automatically think of the negative side. You know, no man, I'm just saying, no man that loves you is going to sit up. You know, we think about Coming to America, bark like a dog. That kind of submissive.
You got some men like that.
Is anybody on my team telling women to bark like a dog?
No, not just bark like a dog, but you gonna do what I say do. You got men out there that's sticking to them biblical days. But this new age, modern time, 20th century, there's no one wants you, man. Going on somewhere. You need to conform how I want you to conform. And then I'm gonna conform how you want me to conform. But being submissive, it's a lot of women being submissive before they get married. So shit, they
playing the wife before they're actually the wife.
And then he ain't marry you. He gonna go on with screw us. I'm just saying, you building him up to be great for another bitch. No. No.
That's called gorilla pimping. Being submissive. Okay.
It's called gorilla pimping.
Is submission given or earned?
Maybe it's
It
submission
depends on the
given or
person.
earned.
Yeah, is submission given or earned?
I think it should be, in my opinion, I think it should be earned.
It's earned, absolutely.
Because if you automatically give it, it's gonna be abused.
Yeah, because you can't snatch your power back. You can't snatch it back.
When you say earned, what you mean? It's earned.
Well, previous relationship that I had to give 100% trust into my mate as far as all financial. So I had to submit to that. Although I was used to being independent and ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing, and my money is your money and your money is my money, you know, that kind of thing. But I did have to submit to that and trust that all